Have you ever felt like you are running against time, trying to reach something that always seems a step beyond your reach? As if fighting alone, while the world around you insists on doubting your ability? The truth is that many start with "I fire," but few continue when the floor begins to tremble. This is not a speech for those who are comfortable. It is for those who are tired, but still feel like. For those who fell so many times that even lost their bill, but keep saying, "I haven't arrived yet. But no one will stop me." If it resonated inside, you are in the right place. Here you will hear truths that maybe no one has the courage to tell you. It will be challenged to see what locks you, to recognize what is already surpassed and, above all, keep pushing even when everything in you wants to stop. Because you were not born to live in the shallow, and this journey, even difficult, will take you away. Every day I wake up and think of my ideal life. It is not a loose thought, it is a clear view where I want to go, how I want to live, with whom I want to be. This image works like a map. She reminds me of my goals, guides me when everything seems shuffled. Having this daily view protects me from distraction and mediocrity. It's easy to get lost in the rush, the world's emergency rooms, but when you wake up on purpose, even the simplest tasks gain weight. Waking up and visualizing the ideal life is how to supply the tank of faith. You no longer live on automatic, you live towards. And then, every step, however small, it becomes conscious advance. There are days when it seems that nothing is going. We look ahead and only see delay, pressure, charges. It gives the chest anguish, as if time is passing and you are still, while the whole world runs at a speed you can't keep up. This is when frustration screams, and impatience tries to convince you that none of this is worth it. But the truth is, real progress is almost never visible at first. It's like the root of a tree, it grows down before growing up. When motivation swings, this is where vision enters as anchor. Breathe deep. Look what is already built. Remember why it started. You are not stopped, you are being forged. Sometimes everything in you wants to stop. The mind begins to negotiate with weakness. Is it really worth it? Maybe I wasn't born for that. This internal struggle is real. And no, it is not weakness to feel like giving up. Weakness would be to let this will dominate you. Persistence is when you choose to continue, even without strength, even without guarantees. And it is at this exact point that most give up, but it is also where the certain ones stand out. Remember, you haven't arrived yet, but that doesn't mean you're still. Every day you wake up and decide to try one more time is a silent victory. The journey may be difficult, but its advance is constant. You just need to keep pushing. It is easy to look ahead and see only what is missing. But from time to time, we need to look back and see what has already been overcome. Because, even if you're still far from the ideal life, you are no longer where you started. And that matters. Each step, every pain that became strength, every fall that became a start, all this is achievement. Gratitude is a powerful antidote against anxiety. When you recognize the progress you have done, you strengthen yourself to continue. It is not to conform, is to value the journey. Think of everything you faced and still remained. This is a sign of inner strength, of firm purpose. You have already won much more than you think. If you are thinking of giving up, this message is for you. Don't stop now. The road may be heavy, tiredness may have taken over, but your turn may be right after the next attempt. Perhaps the promotion you dream, the cure you expect, or the purpose you are looking for thereafter the next insistence. Do not underestimate what God can do to someone who decides not to stop. The great achievements do not come to those who start in full force, but for those who remain when everyone else stops. This marathon you run has a name: transformation. And if you continue, you will harvest fruits that you don't even imagine today. Follows firm. Your time will arrive. Knowing exactly what you want changes everything. When vision is clear, distractions lose strength. You start to say no more easily, because you know what your yes really deserves. Purpose is not just about what you do, it's about why you do it. This is what holds in difficult days, when motivation evaporates. If you still have no clarity, stop and reflect. What makes your heart burn? What kind of life would you pride in the future? Write, draw, visualize every day. This view needs to be stronger than obstacles. Who has a firm why can handle almost any how. Life does not respond to those who are in doubt. She rewards who decides. It has no effortless miracle. If you want to do something grand, you will need to work like ever. There are days that looks like you are tearing the floor from surrendering so much. And that's right. The world gives no room for those waiting, for sitting. It bends before the ground that makes the floor shake with action and courage. The determination is not born of comfort, but the need to change. It is you decide that no matter how much it will hurt, you will continue. It is turning nights, adjusting routes, sweating with purpose. Great results do not appear by chance. They are forged with daily discipline and that holy stubbornness of those who accept no less than you know. It has no effortless miracle. If you want to do something grand, you will need to work like ever. There are days that looks like you are tearing the floor from surrendering so much. And that's right. The world gives no room for those waiting, for sitting. It bends before the ground that makes the floor shake with action and courage. The determination is not born of comfort, but the need to change. It is you decide that no matter how much it will hurt, you will continue. It is turning nights, adjusting routes, sweating with purpose. Great results do not appear by chance. They are forged with daily discipline and that holy stubbornness of those who accept no less than you know. How many times have you been locked yourself? Sometimes the largest barrier between you are and where you want to go. It's yourself. The self-sabotage is disguised as procrastination, fear, insecurity. And the worst? The guilt later. That thought of I could have done better. But it is no use living stuck in regret. You need to learn to recognize when boycotting and forgiving yourself. Everyone makes mistakes, everyone hesitates. The difference is that those who win are not guilty, they learn and get up. Each bad decision of the past can become strength if you decide to do differently today. Free yourself from it. Its evolution begins in responsibility, but flourishes in forgiveness. Have you ever stopped to realize how much you grew? It may not have arrived where I still wanted, but look how much you have walked. That person who started fearful, full of doubt, today carries battle marks and silent victories. Each scar is proof that you survived something you thought you couldn't stand. Recognizing its own evolution is more than an act of gratitude, it is a fuel. You are no longer the same. His mind changed, his strength increased, his faith was proved. There are still battles ahead, yes. But just the fact that being here, firm, is already an achievement that no one can take from you. Celebrate this. You are advancing. Life will not give you a respite. There will always be a new challenge, a new mountain, a new situation to test your strength and your faith. But this is no reason for discouragement, it is a sign that you are moving. People who don't face obstacles are usually stopped. And whoever is standing is dying inside. Accepting this reality makes you more prepared. You stop expecting ease and begin to develop strategy. Instead of asking, "Why with me?" you start thinking, "How do I win that?" Challenges are not the end of the way, they are bridges. And each time you cross one, it comes closer to its total renewal. Are you living or just existing? There comes a time when we need to decide, will I keep just reacting to life or will I start leading it with purpose? This is the moment. This is life. You can't live as if you have rehearsal. This is the main stage. And every choice of yours is an act that builds its destiny. To live with purpose is to make each day tell. It is working, loving, fighting and resting, knowing why you are doing all this. When you live with meaning, even difficult days have a flavor of victory. Wake up with intention. Sleep proudly. The world needs your light on, and you deserve a life that makes you feel really alive. You will stumble. It will fall. It will make mistakes at crucial moments and perhaps even disappoint people and themselves. But none of this invalidates what you carry inside. The problem has never been to fall. The real problem is getting used to the floor. And you were not born to crawl, you were born to get up, how many times it takes. Persevere is this continuing even when pride is injured, even when body and mind ask for truce. The victory is not the most talented, it is the most constant. So if today was one of those difficult days, it breathes, reorganizes, start up. Each new step, even small, is a statement that you still believe in your destination. Have you forgave yourself for what you didn't leave as you expected? Because you can't move on carrying guilt like hand baggage. Sometimes the cruel judgment does not come from others, it comes from within. And that's where self-pity comes in, knowing how to recognize failures without sinking into them. Having the courage to say, I was wrong, but I still deserve to start over. Forgiveness is not to forget, it is to break free. It is to stop punishing yourself for something that has passed. It is taking care of yourself with dignity, even on days when everything looks dark. When no one else extends your hand, may you be the first to get up. Embrace yourself, respect yourself, give yourself a new chance. Your strength begins where your guilt ends. At some point, you need to stop pointing out and start looking inside. The responsibility is yours. Always has been. No matter what they did to you, it matters what you are going to do with it now. Life does not expect, and who carries the purpose of truth understands that getting up is a sacred obligation. Continuity is the bridge between the dream and the realization. It is no use starting with excitement if you do not support discipline. The winds will change, the days will vary, but the commitment to your destination needs to be unshakable. It is not about being perfect, it is about being constant. And every day you choose to continue. It's a personal victory. It will hurt. It will tire. There will be days when everything inside you will scream to stop. But it is exactly at these times that you need to repeat, like a mantra, keep pushing. When you lack strength, push with faith. When you lack faith, push with your will. When the will fail, push with the memory of who you promised to become. Life respects those who do not give up. No matter how many times you fell, what matters is how many times you got up and followed. The discipline of continuing, even without mood, is what separates the dreamers from the conquerors. So take a deep breath, raise your head and keep pushing. Because no one, absolutely no one, will stop you. Now that you have come here, Let me ask you, what are you going to do with all this? Will you close this video and keep living in automatic, or will you start applying what you have learned and transform your life for real? The change begins in the decision. And every little attitude from today can put you on the route of your best version. The journey will not be easy, but no one promised ease, promised possibility. And she is right in front of you. So what will it be? If this message spoke to you, subscribe to the channel, enable notifications, and share with someone who also needs to hear it. Here you will never be alone. Every week, you have new content to strengthen your mind, your faith, and your walk towards the life you deserve.